Hello and welcome to the part two of my expectation in nursing. Has it been fulfilled, or is nursing worth it? That was what it was. Is nursing worth it? Has my expectation in nursing been fulfilled though? Um, Probably not as I wanted it to be because for one thing, I didn't go into nursing thinking that I was going to get hurt or have to deal with chronic pain. I remember very early on when I started, oh God, I've reinvented myself so many times. So, for those of you who don't know, when I started a long time ago, first time in college, I was a pre med student. Okay, so many years later, I'm not medical doctor now, duh. But do I regret it? No, no, not really, because again, I'm still in the medical field. Does that make sense? I'm still in that. I'm still giving care. I'm still in the world of healthcare. So I guess in that essence, in that way, no, no. Did I struggle initially when I first got into this field? I did. I did because I was in my own way. When I went back to do nursing, I was already in my 30s. And I had thought to myself, like, oh my God, I could have been a doctor by now. Why would I want to be a nurse? I mean, the nurses defer to doctors. But I think I very soon got over that. I very soon got over that. I don't think it bothered me much, but I do know very early on, yes, I think it did, because then it was like some of the doctors I had to interface with would have been my junior. Junior, not so much in age, but junior doctors to me. If I'd pursued my career in medicine, yeah, it would have been, yeah, for the younger doctors, yeah. Because what I always did, which is, it's not good, healthy for anyone. What I always think of when I would have graduated from medical school and I compare it to where this doctor graduated, I'm like 5 years. I'm like 10 years. I'm like 20 years past you. But you get over that. Well, I did because it wasn't doing me any good. And I loved nursing. I loved my patients. I loved giving care. I love taking people from point A to point Z where they want to be. I love seeing patients make a transformation. Sometimes it's very drastic, sometimes it's more steady and gradual, but sometimes it's very instant. You see people actually morph from a point of helplessness to where they can actually go back to living their lives even better than when they first got sick. So that that is very gratifying, and I like that. I did. The part I don't like about nursing or healthcare, and I have made it well known in my channel, is the politics. There are a lot of politics that go with it that I think is one of the things that creates helplessness in the nursing field. Okay, a lot of us come in with colored glasses. You read about Florence Nightingale, you watch those movies, and you see how nurses really are able to take care of their patients, and everything is all glowing and song and dance and sugar and spice. Well, in the real world, it's not like that. There's a lot of bullying that goes on, there's a lot of backbiting, there's a lot of backstabbing, there's a lot of negative energy, not only between your colleagues and you, but also even with the patients and the family. And oh, the worst of them all is management. And I have talked about this before. The biggest thing for me, and you can navigate these things as long as you don't get caught up in the cliques, in the bullying groups. I don't believe in cliques or bullies. I really don't. If you're a bully and you belong to cliques, I just think you're a coward, because if you're all that and a bag of chips, you should be able to stand on your own. Now, having said that, I'm not saying it's wrong to have friends. I'm not saying it's wrong to have social friends or even work friends, and you all can bandy together. As long as you're banding together for good, you're not banding together to bully people, or you see a wrong and you don't speak up. Now that's where I have a problem. That's where, yeah, you're robbing me the wrong way. And that's why it's not easy for me to belong to cliques, because I would speak out against wrong. If something is wrong or somebody's wrong, I will. I really will. I'm not loyal to the point where I'm going to pile on someone or something, especially a people, because everyone's doing it. That just goes against everything I believe in. And so for people like me, they're just going to banish me out of the clique, because I'm not going to toe the line. I really will not. So, but having said that, there's really nothing wrong with having friends, as long as you're not doing it just to bully. There is strength in numbers. Use your numbers for good. Use your numbers to create a better working environment for everybody. Okay, having said that, also, it doesn't mean that you can fight every battle. Okay, you got to pick your battles. I do. I don't get into fights with everyone. No. But it's just that when I do see a wrong, and when you've become a seasoned nurse like me, there are times when you're going to look the other way, because you can't keep fighting management or fighting your colleagues. And in that lies the dilemma, because sometimes you want to speak up, but you also know speaking up is detrimental to you. So you got to pick, do you want to get fired? Do you want to be bullied? Do you want to be ostracized or banished or treated like a leper if you speak for the unpopular areas or points? And essentially, you're going to have to pick your battle. And as you get more mature and experience in this industry, you grow thick skin, and you learn to creatively make your points and your views known. And that's where I am. I don't have to agree with you, but I don't have to get into fights with you to make I'm not going to toe your line to just to pile on and to bully somebody else, or even a patient, God forbid. Well, people do this. I can't do that. I really, because at the end of the day, I have to live with myself. Does work frustrate you? Yeah, it does. And I always say this: bullied people bully. So you find a lot of the nurses and doctors and healthcare workers who bully were also bullied, and they decided to take that route or that route to also bully back. There are two ways to deal with bullying. If you're a victim of bullying, either you put out good or you put out evil. I guess the easiest way, or the easier way, is to just bully, met out the same punishment, the same hazing you received, instead of reaching out and trying to help someone new coming in. So yeah, it's fulfilling. It's fulfilling in that there's so many ways, and I have treated this before. There's so many things you can do when you go the way of this healthcare nursing department, or the nursing part of healthcare. You can work in a doctor's office, you can work at an agency, you can do home health, you can work in a hospital, you can work in a nursing home. Yeah, people don't say nursing home anymore. A rehab, rehabilitative agency or facility, or long-term care facilities. You can do all of that, you can. For a long time I worked PRN, so I didn't do full-time. And you find sometimes you even work more than the full-timers. But there's a discrepancy there also, where you who give out so much, you're a full-timer, and you're slaving and killing yourself to please management. Management is never going to... Look, it's interesting I say this, but it's not personal. Management is all about business. So if you're thinking that because you're making all the sacrifices, management is suddenly going to, I don't know, buy you an airplane. It's not going to happen. And that's the truth. So don't set yourself up for disappointment, because you are going to be disappointed. You know, you just do what you know you can live with, right? So, and that's my take on it. Has nursing been gratifying? Oh yeah. Has it afforded me a lifestyle? No, because my lifestyle probably is, well, a kind of lifestyle, because there's a livelihood, yes, which is constant, and you can do that. There are many places you can pick up work, like we like to say, pick up hours, right? That's the good thing about it. That's the difference between working in this department of nursing and other places. You know, you can pick up like that, but in that also you have people who are working with so much as no sleep and hurting themselves and others. So yeah, so if you wanted to talk about this some more, this video is longer than I intended it, but you know, leave your comments below. Let's talk about it. And remember, we do have a Facebook group now, a private Facebook group called Nurse Amy Learning Center. It's a safe place where we can exhale without being judged. Okay, no bullying, no disrespect. So I'll see you in my next video.